Welcome. Here we go.
Hi, guys.
On the Oddball Podcast. I am Johanna.
And I'm your co-host, Mya.
And we are here today talking to Lorrissa. We are so happy to have you down here. Lorrissa, you are a singer, songwriter, creative person. We love your videos. We love everything you're doing. So thank you. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, we are happy to have you here on our Oddball Podcast, where we are talking to people about how they stay creative. What do you do to stay creative? And then can you share your talents and secrets with us?
Oh my gosh.
All the secrets.
All the secrets.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Okay, how do I stay creative? That's a very good question. I feel like I really don't have a choice.
Just have to.
I just have to stay creative, especially living up here. I feel like everything that I do is creative. If I'm making food, I need it to be beautiful. But yeah, music, I haven't been playing a lot of music right now. I've been really focused on beading.
Beading?
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So I go through like these seasons where it's like you can't do everything at the same time. I also live in a small house. I live in a cabin, and I have cats, so
Right.
you have to choose if you're going to be, painting, are you playing music, are you doing beadwork, are you cooking food?
Pick your battles.
Pick your battles.
Right.
And, right now I've been really into beading, and my music stuff is kind of put away for the moment. But, yeah, beading, skating, making skating videos has been a thing
Oh, cool.
that I do with my dad. It's just a really fun little creative outlet where we basically just go skating for an hour. I'm a former figure skater, and I've always just kind of gone to the arena with my dad as something fun to do. And I think it had been like 10 years since I skated, and I just kind of wanted to see what would happen if I tried to do
Do it again.
figure skating as a 30-year-old. And when I first started, it was like I was getting so motion sick from getting dizzy, trying to spin and stuff, and so that was like really funny to film. And so then like my dad is just like this character that like floats around in the videos, and like I always just put an eagle sound whenever he like goes through the
Fun.
So it's like been a very fun editing little thing that I do, and people have been liking it, and it's very surprising to me sometimes how I'll do all this work to make like a very produced music video, and you put so much into it, and like a lot of money goes into that, and then people respond to the things that you post where you're just like, here's my face, or
You're just like messing around.
here's me making a bagel, or like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, figure skating, that's interesting. That's great for Mya. Mya was a former figure skater as well.
I'd love to get back into it.
Well, and that's the thing is that you do it as a child when you're young, and then you kind of get out of it at some point, and then what do you do when you're an adult, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if in where you're at, if there's adult figure skating classes or not, but...
We talked about this a little
It's
bit,
not.
but
Yeah.
there isn't, and that was like a really big struggle for me. Like coming out of figure skating, I went straight into music, and I kind of like made a really big switch where it was like you're still like performing, but like you don't ever get to use your body in like a creative way, and like that creative expression was really missing from my life. And like we were chatting about how you aren't allowed to just figure skate on public ice. They get mad at you.
Yeah. Like,
Really?
because everyone's going in circle, right? Like,
Everybody
Okay.
goes
Like a
in
lap?
a circle, and you're dangerous.
Yeah, you still do, but like definitely
you're
people get a
spinning
little
knife.
peeled
so
at you. Yeah.
You get
I
in
guess
trouble.
so.
You get in trouble. And, like, who wants to be, like, the adult at the skating club being like,
la, la, la. I know, I hated when I would go there and, like, have to practice my routines and, like, public skate. I'm just like, oh, God.
yeah, like, I am not taking myself this seriously, but I kind of am.
Yeah.
But
But it is such a good, like, creative, like, expression. Like, I don't know, like, it just feels really natural, I guess, for some people. But, yeah, it's great.
And I think, like, if you were a dancer, it's like you can dance anytime. You can do that at home, and you can have that expression to music. Like, that's such, like, a healing thing to do, but, like, you can't do it on skates. Not allowed.
Not allowed.
But could you take your dance, like, or your figure skating to dance? Does it kind of sort of translate?
You probably
from
could,
one?
but...
Yeah.
You get some, like, rhythm probably from it, right?
Right.
But
I have
it's
neither.
not the same.
It's just not the same kind of
You're not, like,
speed.
gliding on the
Right.
ice. And,
Yeah.
You're like, I need to be able to do my moves.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I always think it's so magical watching people that can figure skate. I am not a skater, but I'm a good supporter.
Not a skater.
I am not a skater. I do not have the rhythm.
We need the supporters.
Yeah, we need the supporters.
And it's really fun to watch people learn to skate also.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's really exciting, though, that you've kept that going as a passion for yourself.
Yeah,
and
it's
even
really
into
fun.
adult. Yeah. I also find that you're right, that seasons change for your activities or things that you want to do and your interests. And being also in a tiny home, I get your plight about having to only pull out what it is that you need, the necessities at the time.
Totally.
So was beading something then that you had done in your past? Like something you grew up doing as well? Or
No, actually, well, I always was really interested in beadwork, and my great-grandma on my mom's side was really good with beading, but she kind of lost her eyesight in her 80s and couldn't really do it as much, so I was kind of sad that I never got to learn from her, but I always just, like, knew that I would be good at it because I like tiny little details, and was really curious about it, and just kind of, like, looking for an elder to teach me because I thought that I had to learn it that way. But then when we were in COVID, I was just, like, bored and, like, what new thing can I learn? What new skill could I learn during this time? And so I just went on YouTube and found elders and taught myself like I did with everything else. And so that's just been, like, a really fun process, and beading is so meditative, and, like, using the color wheel with beads is just, like, totally different than using it with painting, and it's exciting. But there's so much trial and error too. It's, like, can be very frustrating. So I just find that I'm, like, learning lessons in patience.
Right. I could see that.
Yeah, it's probably pretty meticulous with all the little beads.
It really is. It really is. And it takes a long time to get good at it.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, I just have to suck at this
Suck for a while.
and, like, eventually maybe people will buy my pieces.
Yeah. We have got some plasticine that we encourage all of our guests as we're having our conversations to feel free to play with the plasticine, make something, move it in your hands.
Fidget.
Fidget while we're having our conversation. So feel free to start being creative with your plasticine in front of you. And if you need colors, steel colors. We have been using these for a little while, and it's really fun to watch what people get creative in doing that.
I find if I'm in creativity, I space out and I don't talk, so I don't know if that's good.
Right.
I know, I'll get a little distracted sometimes, and, like, that's okay.
I can make a worm, that's about it.
Yeah.
No snake.
Right. We've done a lot of snakes.
A lot of snakes.
A lot of snakes.
I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Like, I might get into plasticine just for, like, on my own time,
All the power to you.
Yeah,
I think that's amazing if you can.
You can start making those earrings.
Oh, yeah. No, literally, they're good.
There
I have,
you
like, a little
go.
strawberry set.
Yeah.
Yeah. like clay or something.
Right,
Like that,
they're
yeah.
the press-on.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Mhm. Get into it.
Yeah, okay. We're starting a new trend. It's called the plasticine build. So I know you said that you're not doing music right now, but music has been a big part of, how you've stayed creative over your lifetime.
Yep.
And has it always been a part of your life? Was it something you grew up doing as well, or?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's like the common thread of my creativity, just like music in general, whether I'm listening to it or playing it. But I definitely have been doing that since I was a kid. I started with piano lessons, and I hated piano lessons.
Like every kid, mostly, right?
Yeah. I was kind of doing it for my grandma because she wanted me to learn, and I was like, okay. But I actually did really love the piano, but I just didn't love the lessons because I just felt
structure.
The structure. And also just like the songs that you have to learn when you're a kid. I'm like, I wasn't one of those kids that was like watching Disney or like, I don't know, even watching cartoons or anything. So anything that sounded like childish to me, I was like,
right.
I'm above this.
Can we learn a song? Like, or can you just teach me some chords and I'll make my own song? Or like, I don't know. I just don't want to do these boring exercises in theory. And I think that like can be such a barrier for children because I think it's not fun.
Yeah, there's not enough like freedom. It's like, okay, you have to learn this song and you need to do it right or whatever. Like you want to get it right. Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no expression, I guess.
I think a lot of kids join music thinking that they're going to create music. You know, that's what they want to do.
And they are, but it takes
It
time.
takes a while.
And our attention spans are so short. Like,
how's the like writing process for you? Because I know you just made an album, or like maybe like a year ago now, but
so the writing process for me has changed a lot because I used to live alone, and now I live with my partner and cats, and so I feel very distracted all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's very normal in our world right now, like just being distracted in general. But I used to like spend like a whole evening where I would just like have my microphone plugged in and my guitar plugged in or my piano, and then I would just like spew nonsense.
Yeah.
Because I was alone and like nobody could hear me, and like it was very experimental to just like make weird sounds with your stuff and voice and see if anything came that like was actually cool. And a lot of times like that's how it would start, and then I would find a melody eventually and build on that, and then the words would come.
Right, so you start with the melody and then the words, not vice versa. Okay,
I'd love to try it the other way just because this has always been my process, but I'm talking about working with a producer and kind of doing it the other way. He's like, have you ever tried writing lyrics to a piece of music?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I want to.
Well, I seen this like cool way that I know a couple artists have used to write music. Like they just, I can't remember what it's called. It's like cut something, whatever. So they write out a bunch of words and like cut them up kind of thing, and then make
that's
like
really
a song
cool.
out of
That's
it kind of
a neat
thing.
process.
Yeah.
I
read
can see that for poetry
Or
just in
true.
writing, but
I don't
cool.
know. Yeah.
Well, that's a
Cool thing I
idea.
learned about.
I
I tried it. It didn't work
How was
too
your
well.
song?
I don't know if I have the songwriting
Please
genius.
read it for us.
I don't know. I just wrote out a bunch of words that I, was feeling, and then you're supposed to make them into a song.
Huh.
It's supposed to help you,
I like it.
build structure
I like
for a
that.
song. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Huh. We're going to have a workshop around that one day.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, they have like these word cut up generators too, so you can. Well, now with the internet, you can put all your words in, and then it'll make like a little.
Forget scissors.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Well, and then that brings up the whole idea of AI in music and being creative. some people are super against it,
Yeah.
super against the whole integration of AI, and some people embrace it. How do you feel about, have you used AI?
I'm just really struggling with AI. I'm
Yeah.
trying not to be like a granny about it, because I know that if you don't embrace things, that can become your reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, downfall.
Exactly. And so I try not to be closed-minded about it, but it does just like freak me out for sure. I just worry about like it stealing my creativity from me, because I feel like my phone has already stole so much from me.
Right.
That I'm just like fearful that what if, you like it and then you get lazy and you just don't have any
Yeah, well,
original thoughts anymore.
Right.
does anyone have an original thought anymore?
I actually just was going through my Facebook memories, and I think about 10 years ago I made like some dramatic post, and it was like, there's nothing original on here anymore. Does anybody have an original thought to share? I'm sick of all this like recycled material.
Yeah.
And I was
now.
just like, whoa, like,
Yeah,
because I
cut
see
10
the
years.
future.
Literally.
Wait 10 years, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
No, well, like with AI, you can really like lose the integrity of music and stuff. And there's already like AI Spotify artists like,
Yeah.
out there, and it's
That's
kind of
spooky.
scary, right?
It's
Like,
really scary.
because we have like real life artists right here.
I know.
And we're not
And-
even listening to them.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's scary.
For sure.
I have this conversation with my partner too, because he's like, telling me about how you can basically just type in what you want to hear, like as a production idea, and like it just does it. And like you don't actually have to like go explore that, which is really, really neat. And I could see how it'd be like
Yeah, it's
very
useful,
useful,
but-
and like he makes that argument all the time, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I do want to try it, but like, no, I don't.
I'm scared. It's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's a time and a place for everything. I mean, I don't want to lose our
Yeah.
artists, right? Like people really making music and standing up in front of us and playing in the audience and that whole magic that comes with it.
Totally.
But I can see a use for it.
Yeah.
For certain applications, it's handy to have. But no, I think we have to support our local people. We have to support our musicians, and we have to support that creativity.
Yeah.
Because it's not only an outlet for you as musicians, but for like audience members like me. I don't play music, but I sure have a love and appreciation where going out to watch a live show is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I would
like
rather
going
do
out
that.
and like feeling
Yeah.
connection with your
Yeah.
community, and
Yeah,
like not just
absolutely.
sitting there with your phone at home. Like, we're so isolated.
Yeah. We need more concerts. Like, they're
We
so
do.
good.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what the path is back into like that community of like shows going on that people actually want to come to, and like actually that's a big part of I've made it a big part of my creative process as well, where I'm just getting into more producing my own experiences for people, for my community. For the last 2 years, I have done a show out at Cameron Lake.
Okay.
And it's kind of this weird little hippie sleepover
Fun.
where last year I invited some other artists to come and play, and we had a meal, and we had
Fun.
a sharing circle, so
that'd be cool.
so that everybody that comes to the event feels acknowledged and like they're a part of the event. Because that's my biggest beef with things these days, is like sometimes you can go to a thing and like nobody even knows that you were there unless you post a picture.
No,
and I'm
right.
just like, ew, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and this is not working for me. Like I feel so weird going out.
Well, I think people
sometimes.
just kind of lost like a sense of community, like with social media and everything. It's really disconnected us. But
It has. Yeah. I'm super curious, like, to hear your point of view because, like, you're younger, like, and I never knew a world where it was always there.
yeah, I mean, well, since like it's always been here for me, so like it's pretty normal. But as I'm getting older, like I realize how much time I spend, like, just, like, sucked into my phone. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and, like, oh, there's 2 hours gone, and then I just scroll through TikTok or whatever, like.
Yeah. Oh, TikTok.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying not to be a granny about that one, too, but dang.
Dang, yeah.
Well, I'll be the granny because I remember a time before internet.
Yeah. Well, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I liked it.
Yeah, it was definitely different than where we're living now.
Yeah, very different.
So you host a little event during the summer. Do you also go to other music festivals? Like, is that part of your traveling? You like to go to even arts festivals?
Yes. Yeah. Anything. Well, I feel like as a person, my favorite things to do are to go to festivals. I used to spend like my whole summer just going to festivals. My favorite part was always like seeing the art, seeing the vendors, and like exploring the towns that I was visiting and looking for like that bohemia in each little town, and finding the coffee shop where the creative community is and like looking at the walls and seeing the local artists. Like that's just like, that's all I want to do in life.
Yeah.
Like that's always been my dream, to like travel around. If I get to play a show, even better. But if I don't, just go to the festival.
Yeah, totally. Have you done a lot of traveling?
I have. I didn't do as much last year. A lot of our stuff ended up getting canceled because of fires, which was really sad. But we did go to Kinkum Inlet.
Okay.
Which is very remote.
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah. Yeah, the town is, well, the village is called Guai, and it's a very remote reserve on the coast, sort of. You travel all the way to the island, and then for us, it was like we flew to Vancouver, then we went on the boat to the island, we drove up island, and then you take 2 more boats, like a water taxi back to the mainland.
Oh, wow.
And then jet boat up the river to this village, this community. And I've done that the last 2 years, and that's been like such a cool little festival to be a part of. They're trying to bring music back to the community, and they're being very successful at it, and they had little workshops and stuff. Last year, we did like a swing dance workshop with everyone. It was like, I had the most fun.
Yeah. I've watched a lot of swing dancing, and I know we have a cool little swing dance community here in Dawson Creek.
You do.
And I've yet to be out, which I'm sad to say, but it looks like a lot of fun.
Too.
And have you done it? You did it at the festival?
Yeah.
Some swing dancing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was so fun. I love partner dance. Like, that comes probably from skating too.
Right.
But like, my partner don't want to dance.
No.
So if you want to go swing dance together,
Oh man, we should do a swing dance.
well, sign us up.
That would be a lot of fun.
It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
I know, I've been meaning to try it because, she does the classes here, right?
Yeah. I know, and they look a lot of fun. And she's been also, I think, doing live music with some of the shows, and that's even better because now
that's what we did at this community. And it's like, that's like the ultimate just joy with your community too, because you're all vulnerable. So like, nobody's allowed to be anybody else. They just have to be what they are in that moment. And be really present, because you're trying not to mess up.
Yeah, right. Don't mess it up for everyone else.
I used to live in Ontario too, and when I lived there, it was all the rage to go to the contra dances.
Okay.
And like square dancing.
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
And I was just amazed. I was like, it's all young people. And it was just like the community that I was a part of at the time. Like, that was their thing that they did. And I was like, this is crazy.
That's
like,
kind of fun.
This is, and you dance with everyone. And it's, it was the best. I really miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. I feel like we don't have a lot of, maybe we do have youth activities. I just don't know about them, or like, but we don't seem to have like dances like that where a bunch of like youth comes together.
It's
like,
not live music.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I want to bring back the 80s dance routines, where you put on your
The
rock
workout,
set.
yeah.
We put on rock sets, and then me and my sister would get up and we'd make our shimmy dance moves. Those were the days.
Are there any videos of that?
No,
yes,
but I
did
try to recreate it for my mom's birthday here about a month or so ago. I tried to get me and all my sisters in to do a coordinated dance.
How'd it go?
Not well.
Nobody wanted to do it.
Did your daughter maybe put it on TikTok?
No, I should have.
Yeah, you should. You did it though.
I did the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, really. Well, next time we have to have the whole costumes and everything.
Yeah.
I think that would have really.
That would really.
Yeah.
And the hair.
That would
the
make
hair.
it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally into that 80s dance. Do you have a favorite festival that you have been to?
I mean, I feel like I have a few. One of my favorites, my longtime favorites, is Roots and Blues in Salmon Arm.
Oh, yeah.
Just got a really good vibe there. And I used to go to that one with my dad for probably 10 years in a row. We went to that one. Loved it. Oh, your puppy son.
Oh, I know you want to come on to the show. Come here, Nugget. We'll see if he'll come. Nugget can be part
His
of
first
the
appearance. Big debut.
There you go. This
Right
is the
into the
monster.
mic now.
Yeah, this is the monster that's been making all the noise in the background here. The little Nugget. What do you have to say?
He's a star.
Yeah, and you have cats.
I have cats. Right now I have a lot of cats.
How many is a lot?
I do want to talk about it because
Yeah. Can you tell me more about that? How are your cats?
it's kind of, a big part of my identity as well as cats. But I found some stray cats and have been fostering some kittens for the last 2 months almost.
Wow.
So it's been really full on because on our farm we already have 5 cats.
Oh, are they all indoor?
I live in a commune situation. My grandpa lives on the property, my uncle, my mom and stepdad, and then me and my partner. And so in my house we have 2 cats. My parents have 1 cat. My grandpa has 2 cats. And I have moved mama cat and 3 kittens into the first homestead cabin.
Okay.
So they have their own house right now, but it's
wow.
starting to get a little cold for them. So that was 9 cats.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's just a couple of cats, but you have a lot of folks though that live around you, so got a big team to help take care of the cats.
I mean, yeah, at one point I was looking after 7, just myself.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, this is not good. I'm too young for this, so if you know anybody who needs some cats, I'm really just trying to get somebody to love my kittens, because now I love them, and what am I gonna do?
Right.
Is your family creative too then?
Yes. Yep. I feel like my mom is very, very creative in just all ways. She's not out there I'm an artist or anything like that, but just absolutely everything that she does is detail oriented and beautiful. She just beautifies life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a cookie or her house or I don't know, a note. It's just
It's
very
elegant.
creative. And my grandpa's really creative too. He's always just making stuff in his shop, and he'll be really gruff about it, and he'll be like, I made you this picture frame. It's stupid. I didn't do very good. I don't know really what I'm doing. And I'm just it's beautiful. And I can tell that you obviously really enjoyed creating that, and that was just joyful to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
You just won't admit it.
just accept it.
Yeah. You had fun. It's okay.
You had fun. You liked it, and we like it. Make more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's creative.
Did you have a lot of musicians around you growing up, or are you kind of the?
My dad was the one playing music when I was a kid.
Okay, yeah.
He always wished that he pursued that a little bit more, but just didn't really have the means to get lessons and stuff when he was young. So he was very encouraging to me growing
Fair,
up.
yeah.
And he taught me, like, my first chords on the guitar when I think I was about 16. I was like, I'm done with piano lessons.
I want to rock and roll.
I want to be a rock star. And he had an acoustic and he had an electric, and it was like, when he brought the electric guitar out, it was like, oh, it's a party now.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I always wanted to learn guitar, and so he taught me, and we used to, we would go down to the Okanagan, we'd go to the festivals. So we'd go to the Roots and Blues Festival. There was another one called Comasket that was in Vernon, which was, like, so fun. It happened in a powwow arbor, and I loved it, but it couldn't carry on for whatever reason. But we would go down, we'd go to music festivals, and then I would be like, we'd have our campfire and we'd just have little jams, and then my dad, just like being like a very friendly guy, would like go make friends at the campground, be like, oh, come hear my daughter sing. And then we'd be like playing for randos, and they'd be like,
Pretty good.
okay. And then it would be like, I eventually made my first album, and then he would like have it blasting out of the camper, and like
Very supportive.
the whole like campsite is like, oh my god. And then he said, it's my daughter.
Listen to your song.
Follow her on the internet webs or whatever.
Here's her website.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it probably helps a lot to have someone supporting you
It
and like
does.
encouraging you,
It
because
does.
there's probably a lot of kids out there who are trying to make music or be
Totally.
creative but don't have like the right support to do it.
You really
So,
need that
yeah.
push sometimes. I think too, like if you're shy and you're a young person, and it's like you want to share that with people,
Yeah.
but you need like that little push of like
Totally.
knowing that they actually want to hear that
Of
from
your
you.
dad playing your music out the window.
That's
Exactly.
right. Just drive around town with it full blast.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
So what advice would you give to the younger generation that are, trying to be creative and do things? What would you?
I would say just like do it.
Yeah.
And like don't like be shameless about it. Don't be like annoying, but but like I think when you really believe in yourself and the thing that you're doing, just like do it. And like you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna look silly sometimes, but it's like that's just part of it. And that's like part of learning. And don't let like lessons and the not knowing hold you back. I think it's such a big part of it. It's like you can figure anything else by doing it.
Yes, Nugget, you can figure it out too. You can
You
be
can
creative.
do it.
It's
You
like
can do
I
it.
don't want to. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, that never giving up. That's great advice for anybody, really. Just don't give up and
Yeah.
continue doing it.
Yeah, and just be curious about the world. And I think that's like that's where my creativity came from, is like, something being missing and then just being like, well, I have to go make it,
Yeah.
whatever
Totally.
it is. Like I'm not
good
seeing
way
a
to see it.
community here. I'm going to have to go make it.
Oh.
Or like, I really like those earrings, but I can't afford them because they're $300.
Gotta make them.
I'm gonna have to learn how to make them.
Right.
You guys should make a game on here where you all make the same thing.
Oh, that would be a good
that's
idea,
And
yeah.
then, see
Let's see what happens.
see everybody's different vision.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
totally.
what did everybody create with their creative
Well,
play?
Okay, so I made a hot
yourself.
chocolate.
Ah, I
Yeah.
like it. Very nice.
Very fancy, very
that's
nice.
so
Very
cute.
good. That's a good idea.
It's a little deformed, it's kind of how I feel right
Right.
now, but
Yeah, I got these little mini singing tadpoles. I had the vision that this is the three of us right now singing.
Oh.
Little tadpoles.
I made a cat, but now I regret putting eyes on it.
Oh,
no,
I
it's
like it.
awesome.
I
They're like
love it.
cartoony. Oh, and they're gone. And he's blind.
That is a blind cat.
I liked him before.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. Very good.
Yay!
That's it.
Yay! Well, thank
That's it,
you
that's all.
so much for coming down and being on our podcast.
Oh, you're so welcome.
have
You
had
guys are
such a
very fun.
Yeah, this has been a lot of
Yeah.
fun hanging out and getting to learn more about you. So if people are looking to find you, where can they find you?
Well, I have a website. It's called ihugtrees.com. And all my links to everything that I do is on there. So I'll be putting on a concert in the spring, and so I'll sell my tickets through there. My earrings, I'm trying to get those on there, and hopefully I'll be playing lots of shows in the
Nice.
summer. And you
Yay.
can come follow me on Instagram through there and find my music.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to go to one. That'd be fun.
Yes,
I want to
please
know when
come.
your little summer retreat is.
Yes, you guys should definitely come.
Yeah.
You'd have so much fun there.
That would be a blast.
And it would be the right community for you.
Yeah.
Good. We're in.
Bunch of oddballs.
A bunch of oddballs.
Perfect.
That's exactly what it is. So.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for coming to join us in our Oddball podcast. You're officially now an Odd Potter. You can be an Odd
Amazing.
Potter with us.
Woo!
All right.
Woohoo!
Thanks,
Thank you.
team. Thanks.